Hello, hello, gamers. What's up? All right. We good? We good. Just take a look, and yeah, we should be good. All right,
I was reminded about something from my
all right.
past.
So this I will be skipping by because we had a lot of reading last time, and I think I might have got through a little bit of it, but not a lot. I don't think, or not the whole thing anyway. So we're gonna wait until the third title comes up, and then I'm gonna start reading again because we read the story about her getting bullied. We read the story about her getting medicine for her grandma, and then we have a third story that we did not finish reading, but we will see. Ooh, you could hold the button. Oh, wow. That's huge. Okay, yeah, okay. So this is the second one, I think. Let me read the first bit just to be sure. Yep, okay. This is cutting the wood. Skip through. Alright. Alright, here we go. Let's get ready to read some more. Separation. This might be the last one, it might be the second last one, not sure. Okay. Am I ready? Let's go. Kaine listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. It's no bug, you fool girl, it's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Kaine, and I think it's burnt or something, 'cause it smells terrible. With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Oh yeah, that's terrible, alright. Why, you brat, laughed the old woman. Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. 5 years had passed since the moment Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. It is often the... Oh, wait. Oh, as is often the way with two stubborn people, the relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm doing quite alright. How you doing, friend? Oh, we're back to reading, as per usual. Kaine could not remember a time that she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's leg grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores that she used to take for granted. And so, this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. Where are you going today? Asked Grandma suddenly. Kaine looked up, surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. Well, I'm gonna check out on the kelma trees and see if they're ripe. I thought I could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm gonna go pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What the hell for? Kaine stared at her grandmother, then held out her arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly... Yeah. I'm not very good at reading, apparently. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, the old place sagged like a boxer in the final round. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection. The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. Girl, if a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let 'em come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves, I'm worried about the shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Well, shoot, I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other. Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight, you know that. A confused expression passed across the woman's face. For a moment, she was a small child lost at a carnival. Yes, she said after a bit. Yes, of course, you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately it seems my mind is... She didn't finish this thought, instead walking over to her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flower petals aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than any day that than the day she first received it. You're gonna be a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. But that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls, and more talk about how beautiful you become. Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. You're a beautiful thing, said the old woman, and there ain't another girl like you in the world. I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough compliments for the day. Such a mouth on you, where did that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl, yelled Grandma. Suddenly she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Grandma, yelled Kaine in a quaking voice. Grandma, stop it, what the hell? The old woman stared at her and blinked, and slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if she was the first time she had ever seen them. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kaine thought the look of her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here and keep an eye on an old coger like me. You go get your fruit and wall and whatnot. I'll be fine. I thought she said cougar at first. And I was like, oh, wow. And then I read it again. I'm like, oh, wait, coger? I don't think I've ever heard that word before. I'll be fine. When you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Kaine rolled her eyes and then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but in the end the temptation was too great. She spun on her heel one final look and saw a small bent woman standing in front of the ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and carry her away. Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed to its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was suddenly transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with his finger, Kaine suddenly felt her stomach gnawed on itself. No, oh gods, no. Her grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Kaine ran then, faster than she ever had moved in her entire life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark, not just fine. Can't be fired, too much smoke. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt, her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet, and achieved balance through means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from his body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine, it let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment the creature retreated into a shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kaine responded with a scream of her own. All right, she thought as her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. It's you or me. Let's go. The shade eyed Kaine with amused interest. Then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced towards the house. Through smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. Grandma! At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. She's alive, Kaine, alive! Kaine's legs sprang to life as she ran across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her head against the earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up! Get up! Get up now! As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped towards the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might as well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, and then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kaine lurched to her feet, only to fall back to earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer. Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only lights were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. It's laughing at us. She had no idea how a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. Yeah, I see your plan. The shade moved its claw slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill it. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward. She forced it from her mind and began to hobble towards the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. Give her back, she screamed. Give her back to me. Oh, I cannot continue this. Oh, maybe my controller just disconnected for a second. I have no idea when we're gonna play the game again. I can't answer that question. I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't want to spoil myself by looking into it, but I don't know. It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, and raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air around the young girl that was latched to its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of a home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. Kaine? Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma? Kaine, you gotta run. Can't pass this one. Kaine grabbed her hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on, we have to go. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. Grandma, no, no! I said run. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's claw foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from the gaps of the creature's toes as the terrible, putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. Take a sip of water. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after another, faster and faster until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous cloud that echoed up the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppeteer, her arms and legs bent at impossible angles. Her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backwards, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine seized the moment, laughing like a madwoman. She leapt in the air and plunged the shattered hilt of the knife deep into the leg of the shade. Oh my goodness. Oh, yo, what's up, brother? Happy birthday, bro. We do have a NieR stream going up. Oh, how you doing on your fine birthday, brother? Got any plans today? The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing into the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if the great weight was resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? Think it is. Think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't. Can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames. All of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. 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 Kill it now. That probably wasn't how that went. As the spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, she felt a desire to kill and a desire to blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Oh, dude, very nice. And we're actually in like not in a text screen, so that's pretty pog too. Yay! But dude, glad to hear that. Hope everything goes very nicely.
The beast approaches.
Oh, okay. So here we are. So we're back like right after the time skip, I guess. So I guess we're gonna replay until the end again, and then we'll continue. All right, let's go. Do we get to play as Kaine? I mean, we should play as Kaine, right? Or not? Okay. Owie. Rude.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
Not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
Bro, you can't hide your tentacle in a wall. That's not fair.
It's not the blade and the skill of the user. Strike
Uh-oh.
it down.
Really hard to focus on its appendages. There we go. Alright, we did it. Very nice. And yo! Very nice. Look, you guys finally get to see gameplay after literally like 20 minutes of reading. Oh my goodness. Including the reading from last stream, which was probably longer, so probably around almost an hour, I'd say, of reading. And to be dead again. And it's not like I dislike the story or the reading, it's just usually when you have like lots of stuff to read, you'll usually space it out. Oh, okay, here we go. Never mind. We're back into it. Alright, here we go. Let's get ready. Reading time. Gently, weakly, softly. The shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off towards the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Shamed beyond imagining, Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, but slowly succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and after only a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she said. Or she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make clapping really difficult. Bro, true, you can't clap with just one. I mean, maybe you could. I don't know. Yeah, you kinda can. If you just, like, close your hand really fast. Huh. I mean, it's definitely not easy, but... Ha! A sudden voice cried from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are you? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought as she had at the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated in smoke, only to be replaced by another. more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you, that way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. I want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing it with sharpened pincers. Stop, no, don't hurt the picture. Kaine reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely in the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Ha-cha-cha-cha. I look like that? Oh God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and the smoke of her ruined house and waited for her end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce, and at the same time, as if it instantly found a way to take form. As if insanity. Kaine wanted to scream as loud. So too much reading. You see, this is why you need to space it out, because I start to lose all semblance of vocabulary. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish, like a prayer or something? Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me! Ha 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 ha! Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice within her mind. I don't make wishes, they don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak. I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Bwah ha ha ha! Oh God, you're the best. Kaine glanced down and saw a black shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and began moving up the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice, let it go. Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die, so why not let me have it? Have what? Your body, come on, give it to me. Give it to me, I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the life out of people. I want to tear their throats and bathe in the blood just like before. I'm Joey Wheeler. I don't know why he's talking like he's from Brooklyn. I can see it. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small, whispered moan. You'll be... Feels good, don't it? Said the voice in chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Now give me that body, come on, give me it. And I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lump began to produce from Kaine's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she regained her voice. Stop. The black ooze hesitated, as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing into a cloud of smoke. Ah, what the hell, Sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said I can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Kaine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern, the pattern of the shades, burn itself into her arm. Oh, look at that, Sunshine. It looks like you and me are going to be good friends from now on. Kaine stared deeply at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. I gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. Hate's my favorite dish and I'm hungry. Let it go. Feel the anger. Burn with the fire of revenge, Yugs. This thirst for blood. Then go out there and... Shut up. Get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, Sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just go up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the area would love to see you dead. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. But before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. Ha ha ha! Stupid idiot girl, you're possessed now, Sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go without end. Possessed, whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed, you and me? We got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now. Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is that how they see the world? So, listen, purred the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty of it for you, too. I'm a pretty powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make it happen. That little fat kid who kept picking on you? That's the big old shade squashed your granny? We'll wrap him up. Oh, goodness. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kaine. You're a shade. Why would you want to help me kill another shade? What, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't care who you murder, honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. Kaine considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it? You and me? We could have some good times together. I'll even take care of the bloody pot if you don't want. Shut up, muttered Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Ha ha ha, screamed the voice. Look at you go. Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name's Tyron. Tyron? Tyron? I'll just call him Ty for short. My name's Ty, and if you ever need me, I'll be hanging out on this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour. I like rotten and sour. Kaine found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shade and strangle it with his own guts. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Ty. Count on it. Ha! Laughed Ty. I pooped out bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey. One more thing. Right now, you and me sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever know, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, Sunshine, and watch your back. Voice grew fainter and eventually faded away, fading somewhere deep within Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone and waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I'm not a shade. I am Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. After what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for, the wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kaine began to place it in her hair and slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell on the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the area rose to their daily life, she remained in that position, as if the tears could somehow wash away the horror and infect her world.
Alive. Stay alive. Stay alive.
Grandma.
But-
Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
Leave. Yay, it's best friend. Come on.
Hey.
It's such a nice song.
You were the one calling me.
I love this song.
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
Aw, it's a touch.
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow. You grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Are we good?
Shit. That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Yay. Yeah, the shade that attacked
Kind
us.
of waking from her long petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
Man, that has a lot more meaning to it now, don't it? After what happened.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, okay.
No, you...
Yeah, they're scared. They're scared. We get it. But yeah, the shade that attacked us was the one that killed her grandmother. It was the lizardy looking one that had a bunch of appendages just spewing from his body.
Sleeps outside every...
We should...
So yeah, well, because that was like the whole thing. That's what she said.
I didn't get much sleep that night.
Like, oh, that's the one that killed my grandma. Like, I'll get revenge. Once I kill it, like, it's
For the
fine.
first time
I'll
in
just
my
die.
life, I hated Devila.
No.
For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades. Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
Right. Yeah, I wonder how much of this is just gonna be like repeated cutscene and stuff. I wonder when we're gonna get to something that kind of like stems away from the story.
I should apologize to Kaine and Emil, but what good would that even do?
I got a fire going.
Wait, is that...
Campfire?
No?
I'm so happy to get to talk to you again, Kaine.
What?
Yeah, me too.
Dang, why didn't we camp with them?
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know?
I mean, he can fly. That's pretty dope.
At least I can look at you when we talk, right?
That's true. I being able to see people and not, you know, hurt them would probably be cool.
Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid, before the whole shade possession thing. My body is different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was.
So this is interesting here. So she had something weird going on with her body even before that shade went in and gave her the regenerative like demon power thing. So like, what was wrong with her before? Or like, you know, what was the thing that everyone was so freaked out about before? Because I thought the whole shade like half and half deal was like, you know, what people were like talking about. But like that happened after. Huh. I don't know.
No matter how bad things got, she gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body. I know we can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
That's sweet. Bro, and yeah, why didn't my boy go over and be like, yo, let's hang out? Like, there's no reason for me to stay in the village. I might as well stay with my friends instead of just being cooped up in my house all alone. Sounds like a horrible time. I just gotta look at the distance longingly and be like, oh man, I wish I could hang out with them. They're so cool. Yeah, like, what the heck am I doing here?
Well,
Sure.
and yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
Alright, here we go.
I feel of course.
Okay. Well, here we go.
What might...
It's Mom's diary.
I've not heard you speak much about your mother.
She got the black scrawl and died when I was little.
My apologies for bringing it up.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore. This is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of when we were still a family.
I see.
But the final entries get a little strange.
In what way?
Well, here, take a look.
Is it more dialogue? Is it like a lot more text? Oh, jeez, what have I done?
Say there, can you not hear me? Why are you standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
Sorry. Felt like I was dreaming or something.
Sleeping on one's feet is quite the talent indeed. Come now, there's the door.
Let's go.
Nani? What does this mean? What is going on? Alright, I don't know if I'm ready for whatever that is. Did I do it? I don't... The battle. Like, what is that? What the heck is that?
My word.
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just awoken from a most unpleasant dream.
I know what you mean. That happens to me whenever I read it.
Alright, we'll do that later. Alright, man, thank you for coming by. Hope to see you later. If not, then have a good day, night, evening, afternoon. Have a good one. Let's go ahead. Keep going.
Hey,
Oh, hi. I kinda thought you...
I understand you're doing this for the village, and that you don't have a choice.
Pretty much, yeah. But look, why don't you go talk to Popola? I think she wanted to discuss the Shadow Lord with you.
I'm headed there next. Oh, and Devila,
Yeah?
sorry about yesterday. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
You don't need to apologize. Anyone would be upset when their friends are hurting. Let Emil and Kaine know that we're sorry, alright?
Alright.
Can do. Alright, let's go. I'm very curious to see what happens with this new ending here that we're going to experience.
Popola?
Oh. Hello.
Look, I want to...
Stop.
Yeah, you're just trying to protect...
It's fair.
I think I'm just gonna skim through.
That's it.
Oh, hope.
But a boat?
Yes, it took... I all the fairy... That should make it...
Thank... I feel like I'm really... Alright.
And for the...
Okay. Yeah, do I just progress through the game like normal?
The path above the entrance to the shopping district.
How excellent to know the canal is finished. Hopefully this puts our days of running all over behind us.
The faster we can move, the faster we can save Yona. Let's use it as often as we need.
No, we get a mission here.
Ah, just the person I wanted.
What's up?
Our water wheel is on.
This is a
I suppose...
Replicant.
Ah, sure. Yeah.
Alright.
Thank
The
you.
water wheel mission again. Oh boy. Wait 1 second. Yeah, we got... Okay, so we still got all our weapons, so at least that carries over. Is interesting. Red Bag Man. Oh my goodness! I just realized he's alive again!
Hey, it's been a while.
Sure has. Apparently I did a pretty good job.
Oh,
Thanks anyway.
Well, alright. Wait, where did we have to go? Right, maybe? I forgot. What was the mission? Probably seafront, maybe. I don't know what the mission is.
Oh.
I wasn't paying attention, really. We'll go to seafront. Shadow Lord, something, something. Yeah, I kind of skimmed through their dialogue, so actually I don't know what the mission is right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I probably should have paid some attention to that, but oh well. It's so interesting that we're not playing as Kaine, though. It's quite interesting. I'm gonna go talk to her again, because I don't actually remember what I was supposed to do. I don't remember. So I'll just refresh myself real quick. Yeah, maybe I won't be able to skim all the dialogue at least. I'll need to, like, read it, but probably not. I probably won't have to wait for the whole thing to play out, but I probably should just read it as quick as I can in my own head. Just to avoid any complications.
And for the...
Okay, well, we're not getting any clarification on what we gotta do. Good to know. I can just walk. Now we have no idea. Lost Shrine, maybe? Yeah. Okay. I remember now. Lost Shrine. and because Kaine got like impaled. Oh, we're probably gonna have more dialogue to read once she does get impaled. I'm gonna be a little annoyed if
The lost shrine's up
as well as
it's just gonna have constant. Oh. 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 Actually, now you think about it, do we know the Shadow Lord's castle was there the whole time? Hansel and Gretel. That's the name of the robots? You know, surprising. Oh. Interesting. Yeah. We might have already known this was the Shadow Lord's castle the whole time, and maybe just the key to it we had to... I thought we were getting stuff to show us a map of where he was, but... Because it seemed like they didn't know where he was, like, the entire time, but... Apparently, according to this, like, you know, they said, like, oh, the castle's here. So that's quite interesting, actually. Right. Yeah, so we're gonna have to go and, like, kind of get stabbed again. You know, typical fashion. Most awkward and least optimal way probably to climb a ladder I've ever seen. You just jump every couple of stairs, or every couple of like rungs up. Are they called rungs? I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Like you know, grab the rung of a ladder or hit a rung? R-U-N-G? I don't know. I don't know what they're called. A stair, maybe. My life is over, just leave me alone. Huh. That's just interesting. The weird machines seem to have a mind of their own.
Ain't
Why?
you excited, sunshine? We finally get to bathe in blood.
Don't talk to me.
Yo, Ty kind of sounds similar to how I thought.
I wanna kill so bad I can barely stand it.
Come on, sunshine. Oh, we gotta move these puzzles again? Are you kidding me?
This is all too easy.
Most certainly is Mr. Weiss. But we don't got a choice, we gotta go through it. Went the wrong way. Foolish me. Alright, let's remember how to do these. I mean, most of them are pretty simple, so nothing crazy difficult. I should be able to do all of them pretty easily. Yeah, that it might have taken a little longer than it should have. I think with the bottom left block, I think I
What's with
moved
these
it a little
guys?
more than you
Certainly
needed
not
to.
your garden variety shades.
Their bodies aren't fully functional.
Say, I've heard of this. A cursed area where incomplete shades gather.
So now are we gonna get Ty's commentary over everything? Hey, what you looking at? Come on. You know you want some of the Ty. Come on. Yeah. These puzzles are easy peasy, come on. I don't think this door we're gonna be able to go through yet. We're gonna actually have to fight. Wow, that was really easy. That was really easy. Oh, okay, we can take you on. Come on, buddy. Oh my god. Alright, never mind. You didn't stand a chance. Sorry. Didn't mean the game ends you like that, bruv. Treated you all poorly. I mocked you, betrayed you, all because you went gestalt before the change was complete. But after this, I think I can understand you. I think we can speak as equals. This makes me very happy. I hope we can spend the rest of our life. What was that?
Kaine, Emile, look, from now on, I'm going to sleep outside with you.
Why?
I can't accept that you aren't allowed in the village. It's stupid.
So you're staging a protest? Fun.
Don't
Protest!
waste your time.
But it just feels wrong.
Well, that's really nice of you, but you still don't have to stay out here with us.
Emile.
You got a super important mission. You can't sleep out in the rain. What if you catch a cold? Besides, I like camping with Kaine. So
This is hardly the time.
Neil,
All
that's
right.
enough. What a fucking image to maintain.
Sorry.
We seem to be surrounded by a mob of people.
Well, that was that. Simple enough. Let's go. I should probably look and see how much time the 2-year time skip has been. Like how much time it took, like in game, to go through. Because I wonder if we have to go through the entirety of this. Granted, probably not as much since Kaine wasn't with us the entire time, but still. I looked up like a spoiler-free kind of like thing, just saying like roughly how many hours each ending was, and apparently ending B should only take about 6 hours to complete, and we've already used up like, I don't want to say used up because it's not like, you know, it's not like I'm like, oh man, what a waste of time kind of deal, but like we have, you know, spent an hour already, more than an hour,
It's the leader.
and most of it was just dialogue, so. Or, like, just reading.
Oh, you're
Come on, release your little bubble, bro.
Foolish creatures! You cannot hope to best me.
These little bastards just keep coming.
These creatures cannot abide the sun. Lure them into the light.
Some of your friends are really stupid, bro. Just a shout out. I mean, dude, I could do this all day. I don't think they hurt me, like, at all. I'm not taking any damage whatsoever. There we go, finally. Jeez, my man had his force field up for ages. I thought it was gonna be a time thing, but I guess it only happens if you beat a certain amount of enemies.
Have you felled the beast?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Second phase time. This one should be easier, I think. I don't think he puts up a shield if I remember correctly. This is like NieR Automata where when doing the second ending you can like hear the boss talk, or like you can like actually make out stuff like text.
Ain't no turning back now. You gotta lust for blood. Embrace the slaughter. All we know is the thrill of battle. Ain't that right, Kaine?
Yoink. Alright, Kaine's gonna get stabbed again. Let's go. Impale time. Impale time. Impale time. Impale. Let's go. Anime pro tag gets impaled again. Let's freaking go.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Kaine!
Wow. This thing's more resilient when he's like on his last legs than he was like the entire fight. Why'd I have to put that much effort in? Doesn't matter, he's dead. Bye-bye. Alright, what happens with Kaine, though, before she turns into demon mode?
Are you alright? Kaine!
I fear there is little we can do for her.
No! Kaine!
What is happening?
It's all over for you, sunshine.
Kaine! Kaine!
Here we go.
It's Kaine's shade!
With no other choice, we must strike it down.
Kaine! Come back!
I mean, it's really close to done. Why is it still... I feel like I've already hit it enough. Um... Maybe I need to actually hit her with something? Maybe. Okay. I actually had to hit her off of the wall. That's what was up. Oh dear, you're back.
Kaine! Kaine!
Kaine!
I couldn't hold it back. I can't be with...
We're always going to be together, Kaine. If you transform, I don't care. I'm weak. You're my friend.
All right. And I'm all right.
We did it.
Over there.
Okay, so we did know that they were here, okay. I guess I just misunderstood, like, the whole deal with the collecting the 5 pieces of whatever, and...
And what is this, hmm?
Beats me. It's got some kind of writing on it, but I don't know what it says.
How remarkably useless of you. Well, let's go ask Popola.
Alright. So, my question is are we gonna have to go through everything? Again?
It's a cipher of some kind.
Can you determine its meaning?
I'm gonna, while we're going through this dialogue,
I
I'm
think
gonna
this is- here, I
guesstimate
wrote
based
this
on...
Given that you found there's the law, the
Alright, so
loyal
let's look at the one where it says 5-year time skip training arc. So that one I spent 3.5 hours on. The next one I spent, okay, so that's a combined 6 hours. 9 hours. And then about 11 hours. And half of that was like ending B. So let's say it took us about 10 hours to do the second
the
half.
law of rope and but
Not a, if we... you're just...
it's a
Yeah, well, Jonas and...
but
Because
The junk...
please
Okay. So, yeah, so the second half of the game, like after time skip, was like 11 hours.
How much they've all
Took about 11 hours. So, I don't know how we're gonna make it work in, like, so much less. Once they skim through things. But we're playing as our main character here, so, like, you know... It's kind of weird, you know? Go through the forest first.
Said we...
We've already dealt with so much dialogue today. And I should remember all the answers, I'm pretty sure. Memory was brown. The woman had like 66 soldiers or something, or 63. And then... I don't think it asked a third question. The big tree. Yeah, so are we gonna have to go through everything again? That just seems weird. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Almost like in my throat there. Oh, goodness me. Thank you, Mr. Boar. One of my best of friendos. He's an honorary best of
The
friendo.
home of that blasted dream.
Yeah.
Truly an...
I wonder if when we go there, we'll follow Kaine and do something with her.
Again.
I hear you.
Oh, what? Did you investigate the... And, well, I don't...
You... Hang on. Wait, does that...
Alright. Zoom. It was brown.
You let...
Come on, we have to go back.
I know it was brown. Don't you frickin' lie to me, you dumb tree. I know it was. I remember it. Or was it blue? I'm pretty sure it was brown. I'm positive it was. Don't you lie to me, you tree. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Not even for a second. Blue.
You let...
It definitely wasn't green. I'm positive it was not green. It was brown. It was brown. I know it. I know it was. I remember it being brown. I will go green. Yeah, see? Because it's brown. I swear. This puzzle, I swear. Brown. It's brown. I know it's brown. No, it is. I have to attack the Kaine first, right? That isn't like the whole deal, right? I know for a fact it's brown. What the heck? I know it's brown, and we went through all the other answers, so it's gotta be brown. It's brown. I know it is, but the tree doesn't say yes. It says no. No, you're wrong. It's not brown. Shut up, tree. What do you know? I don't have to listen through all these stories, do we?
What? You hang on. Does that?
Look at my memory. Brown. It's brown. It's brown. I know it is. Okay, hold on. I need to look this up. NieR Replicant tree answers. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Let's look it up right now. Tree memory. First discerning the correct answer. However, can you explain? What was the answer with whatever the color of the girl's eyes was? Oh, so it changes? What? They change? What? I had no idea. Alright, fine. Crap, I skipped through. $63. Okay. We're just gonna have to guess the eye color. Green. Alright, cool. Awesome, we did it. I didn't know the riddle changed. That's weird.
What? I never realized.
I just
With the
Yeah, we did it. Hooray. Yeah, I guess if all of them were like that, it would be super easy, but some of them took a long time.
perhaps.
Yeah, we're racing to the next objective. We're just going. We're going for it. We're gonna speed run this ending, bro. I'm telling you. We're gonna get like all the fragments like in the stream. I'm sure of it. I remember most of the stuff well enough. Mr. Boar. Let's go, my friend. Oh, there's a rock. I didn't even see it. Thank you, Mr. Boar. I've been working on making a live 2D avatar so that you know, I could be a little more professional. It's really hard though. I'm trying to work off the basis of some example models. Oh, hold on, this is new.
Get him! Don't let him escape!
We're gonna die, Mom.
I see something over there!
You've almost grown up, my child. Stay strong. You must run as fast as you can. I'll challenge them and give you time to escape. Be safe, my child. Be safe and happy. Promise me you will remember your mother. Wait, let's go together.
Here! They're in here!
Mom, why? Who's there?
Who are you?
I'm Khalil. What's your name?
Military defense robot. P-33. You are an intruder. You must be eliminated. Error. There is something leaking from your eyes.
I'm crying, you dumb robot. I miss my mom.
What is crying? Who is Mom?
Doesn't matter. I can't ever see her again because she's dead.
My creator is also dead. He perished hundreds of years ago.
Hundreds of years ago, really?
874 years, 10 months, 14 days, 4 hours, and 43 minutes. 44 minutes.
Aren't you lonely?
I am incapable of being lonely, or missing others, or crying.
I'm crying because I don't want to die.
You will die.
If the humans catch me, they're going to kill me.
Why will they kill you? I will not permit the humans to kill Khalil.
Huh?
Military defense robot P-33 will protect you.
You're gonna help me. So it's giving so this ending so far has been giving personalities to all of the main enemies we've been fighting thus far, and giving context as to why they're doing whatever they're doing. Which is interesting because it makes sense, because Kaine, being half shade, might be able to have some like kind of understanding of them.
P-33 is charged with defending others. P-33 will defend Khalil.
The biggest example I think we're gonna find was that girl who was like the Cerberus Leviathan Hydra creature thing. That was near the end of the game. It was like the second to last boss I think we fought. That is gonna be interesting, I think. Oh, hooray! Thanks, robot. And since we're friends now, I'm gonna call you Beepy. And now we're gonna stroll in and kill them, and then it's gonna be like, no, Beepy, sorry Khalil, I failed you.
Man, there's gotta be tons of machinery here.
Can we skip this?
But I don't know how much we can actually use.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna skip through that because we've already seen it. Yeah, okay. Wow, that was scary.
The noise of the intruders caused the structure to fail. They should have proceeded with more caution. One intruder has perished.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't think they were chasing me. They seemed nice. Wow, that's interesting. They didn't even have anything to do with that. So all the hatred that Gideon has placed.
Perhaps we should speak to the brothers. They might know something about
All that
this.
hatred just for nothing, because like it was really their own fault more so than anything. Actually, it was more so Gideon's fault, I think, if I remember correctly. Or maybe not, I don't know.
Oh, you off. What? What is you? Not the. No, I'll just never.
Okay.
I.
Iron Will.
Yeah, can you? I can. If you'll. I'm only also.
I can do it, but you need to kill them.
You must kill them all for my mother and my brother.
Oh boy. So we have to go get more materials, right? That's like the whole deal. You already possess the following item, memory alloy.
It's a shame about the older lad. He was but a child.
Huh.
Sounds like you went into a dangerous area for the sake of the business.
Oh, since we already have it, I guess we're good, huh? Oh, red. Okay, ready? What's a ship?
Large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water.
Yeah, you're so great, BB. You learned so much.
You have taught me much, Khalil. You have helped to expand my vocabulary. You have instructed me in the ways of the outside world.
Well, there's tons of stuff I don't know either. Maybe we should leave and explore the world.
Because we are friends.
That's right. Yay, it's gonna be fun. And it's interesting, because it really brings to the idea that, like, you know, there's always two sides of the whole situation, you know? We, whatchamacallit, you know, we have our whole thing, and, you know, we gotta do it, because we gotta get the stuff to save our sister, but also, like, that, I mean, they created a bond, you know? They're looking out for each other.
Well, this is
The Shade and the robot.
It appears we have some.
Maybe Popul.
Oh yeah, I forgot we don't even do the junk heap thing yet. We have to wait a while before we actually fight those two, huh? What are the other ones? There's the one we saved, the one for Facade last, I think. I think that was the last one we did. There's the big Hydra sea monster thing. We already got the Forest of Myth and the other one. Yes, there's only 3. Facade, that one, and then Hydra. So I guess Hydra's next, eh? Ow. I guess this will be shorter because we don't have to really worry about the side missions, you know? Because we already went through most of them. The only ones we didn't go through were like a couple of like not really important ones. It's like, oh, collect like 10, you know, of this item and like 5 of this item. Oh, cool, thanks. And that's that. Not really much to say about that. I don't think we're really taking damage either, just because I guess like the game's like, oh, you already beat it, so you know, no need to actually try anymore. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the bosses will have to try, but
Learned anything new about?
You know, you not
Airy.
just got
Oh yeah, Airy. Okay.
That's
Sure.
I'm a
What?
I
You're a. I won't finish.
well, try
Okay. Let's go to Airy. Actually, do we still have all those quests? Oh. No, it doesn't seem like it.
The area, huh?
What a.
The Airy, huh? Oh yeah, we gotta fight Big Eye Monster. I don't think that actually results in us getting anything, though. I think, it just kind of happens. Which is interesting, all things considered.
I cannot fathom that village setting up a mercantile. They must have truly opened their minds.
Yeah, I have my doubts.
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kaine?
Home? The place is a shithole.
Don't be so nervous, Kaine. We'll protect you.
I got me taken care of. Worry about protecting yourself.
Ooh, the village. It's home to so many terrible little memories, isn't it, Kaine?
Shut up, Ty. No one cares, Ty. Got your stupid mouth, you dumb boy.
Shut up, shut up,
Oh, sorry, Wait, hold on. Alright, never mind. Alright.
We do not desire needless conflict.
If we can continue to live with humans,
then we can continue to live peacefully.
But that young man will come.
Yes, the young man will come.
He will kill us all. Women and children included.
What should we do? What can we do?
Are these the shades talking about us? I think they're talking about us. It's interesting. They're so fearful of me. But it's so weird because like the shades like eat people, you know? Like there's a good amount of them that do anyway. You know, maybe it's like a, you know, oh, it's not all of them kind of thing, but there's still like a good amount that like just attack, you know? Kind of weird, don't you think? Oh, so we have to go to the chief first, right? And then we go there, I think. I would hate to live in this village. You kidding me? That ladder falls over, you're dead. Like, there's no saving you from that point. Like, that's done. That's GG. I would hate to live there. This whole area just seems like just a bad idea. Are you telling me, like, 50 kids don't fall off that giant thing every year because they're just, like, playing on it? Like, what?
We, as you're the, it may let us.
Whoops. Down, please. Okay, or not. I don't even know if this character is able to go down ladders. I've never seen them actually go down a ladder. I've never seen our boy just descend something other than just jumping off of it at top velocity.
Well, come back soon, all right?
I'm gonna see what items they all have. You don't have the pink flowers either. Really, nobody has those pink flowers thing.
Indeed, everyone.
Vice!
Beware, this man is a shade.
Damn it! It's a trap!
I figured as much.
You guys sure are taking your goddamn time.
1,000 apologies. We were distracted by the local welcoming party.
Want some help?
A carnival of murder? I love it! Yeah!
Kaine, the villagers are possessed!
But not all of them. Some are still human, so be careful.
It's kind of hard to be careful. Yeah, we're just gonna try to get through without killing that many people, cause like I don't. Kind of hard. It's kind of too hard to control who you're killing. Out of my way, out of my way, out of my way.
What madness.
All right.
These people are behaving as if we are the villains.
To them we might be.
Kill them! Kill them now!
No, you've got to stop this. We're trying to save you from the shades. Please, you have to stop.
to get out of here. Kaine, get up! Hurry!
Oh, villagers are under attack.
All right, let's go.
What could those
The eye.
black swirls be?
Nothing good. Tell you that much.
My husband's a shade.
Yeah, it's kind of. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually doing damage. To me, anyway. He hit me like twice, and it didn't really do anything.
What are you doing?
Come on, reveal yourself. Reveal yourself, you ugly palooka. Like, come on.
By my pages, is this beast a shade as well?
That thing sucked up the villagers.
No! If we keep this up, we're gonna kill them all! We can't let that happen!
Is there gonna be anything new to this? Oh, I don't know if that's new or not. I don't remember. I wonder if us being able to hear them was always a thing, because I guess I never really paid attention to it that much. We're doing so much more damage to it this time around than we did before.
Is this the combined power of all those shades?
It will take more than a barrage of magic to stop us. The first to waver is the first to die. I sense magic coming from the center of that eye.
Wait! I think those are actual people!
Hold nothing back. Those are shades.
I'm not doing any damage to it either.
The surrounding tentacles appear to deflect magic.
Come on, when are we going to the next phase, buddy? Come on. Oh, okay, there we go.
Now, focus your magic on the beast's center.
There we go.
Look out! Something's coming!
Its weak point is located around the back. Try attacking it from above.
Can do.
I'll try to pin it down!
Emil!
Distracted from me, buddy.
I'll keep it busy! You should be able to attack! From behind! Go around and get it!
Alright, can do.
Hurry!
Emil can handle this. We must circle behind the creature at once. You must strike it in the eye.
Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't lock onto it until I'm there. Okay, now it's damaging me. Huh? Alright, it's ready to go into the next phase.
It is escaping to the inner level.
I'm my breath.
Oh. Let's go.
Won't help anyone if we lose you here.
Probably should just heal a little.
Damn it!
Heal a smidge.
Beat the hell out of that thing. How can it still move?
Its combined powers are beyond even my greatest suspicion.
I mean, we're kind of wrecking it, but yeah, sure. We're beating it so fast that the game isn't even ready for us to beat it that quickly. Come on, game. Give me this Vic. Victory!
Come on! Help me take it out!
I'm on it.
We did it. Team attack! We did it. Alright, time to see what happens. Damage report. Wall of Jericho collapsed. 5,000 people believed dead? The Wall of Jericho. Recap. Recap. Uncontrollable magic. I have to protect the people I love. That was my only thought as I unleashed magic powerful enough not only to destroy the Shade, but everyone else as well. All of them. So many innocent lives. Destroy, eviscerate, crush, kill. These are the dark impulses that override all other thoughts. As a being that was created to be a magical weapon, these are my instincts. Or maybe it's better to call them our instincts. Oh, we get to read a meal dialogue now. Alright. A klaxon sounds from deep within the bowels of the laboratory. Thick metal shutters drop down, sealing off the room with a series of dull metal thuds. Abort the experiment. Number 6 is out of control. Everyone get out here now. Get out of here. The researcher's words were abruptly cut off as a massive hand materializes out of the gloom and lifts him high into the air. The researcher begins to scream. He screams and screams, the sound echoing off the walls of the laboratory, until the hand squeezes down, coating the room in a deep crimson hue. The rest of his colleagues stand in silence, mouths open, unable to process what they had just seen. Then the female scientist takes a step back and lets fly a heartbreaking wail. But this was a terrible mistake, for the sound of her cry suddenly brings forth a monster in all of its terrible glory. Its body is a bloated corpse, its head a grinning skull, and it is massive, many times the size of a human. The head lolls from side to side as it tromps about the room in all fours, bringing to mind the wild maneuverings of some wretched, starved beast. This creature, this thing, is experimental weapon number 6, also known as Halua. No, oh no, please stop. Oh god, save me, I don't want to die. One by one, the maddened cries of all the researchers were silenced. If number 6 understands their petitions, it pays them no heed, instead continuing its rampage of destruction and slaughter with a focus that borders on obsession. After an eternity, the screaming stops. The alarms fall silent, And only then does the creature make a sound, howling out with an unfathomable roar that echoes up and down the empty halls of the blood-soaked laboratory. It's a sound that curses those who dared bring such evil into the world, and yet, one that also seems to be pleading for help. Bum, 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 bum. Two sets of footsteps echo in an otherwise silent corridor in the first level of the laboratory. One belongs to a young boy, his eyes blindfolded and hands restrained. The other belongs to a severe man in a long white coat. Severe man? Maybe I'm reading it wrong. The man drags the boy along by means of long chain attached to a set of shackles on his wrist. Rubble is scattered here and there across the floor of the corridor, making the journey an exceedingly difficult one for the boy who cannot see. Excuse me. Could you please walk a bit slower, sir? I'm not used to being blindfolded and... Rather than stopping, the man only increases his pace, causing the boy to stumble in an attempt to keep up. This last humiliation proves too much, and the boy finds himself unable to arrest his fall. Without the ability to brace himself, he topples on the floor, smashing his head on a pile of debris and causing a trickle of blood to worm its way down his pale, frightened face. Agonized by the pain, the boy inadvertently opens his eye, causing the falling drops of blood to emit a strange crackling sound before transforming into tiny white rocks. "Close your eyes," roared the man. Yes, sir," stammers the boy as he slams his lid shut. He hadn't realized the blindfold had slipped off during the fall, but now keeps his eyes squeezed shut so tightly that sparkles appear against the blacks of his vision. The boy is Emil, also known as Number 7. He's a magical weapon whose eyes are capable of turning to stone anything that falls under their gaze. "Don't look at me," barked the man. "Never look at me." "I'm sorry, sir. I'm looking at the ground now, so if you just hand me the blood..." Instead of waiting for him to finish, the man extends one foot and presses Emil's face to the floor with a heavy black boot. "Sir, stop. You're hurting me. I told you to keep your eyes and your mouth shut, so do it." The man knows this boy, this weapon, could wipe him out with a single glance, yet subduing him this way gives him a sense of relief. After making certain the boy is sufficiently cowed, the man leans down, retrieves the blindfold, and knots it tightly around the boy's quivering head. "Right then, on your feet, let's move." Emil staggers to his feet, trying to ignore the red liquid oozing down his face. The blood doesn't matter. The pain doesn't matter. All that matters is finishing the job that they set him out to do. The second level of the laboratory is in worse shape than the first. The environs are littered with rubble and rock, making the thought of a decent foothold laughable. When the man's eyes linger on a section of rubble stained a deep red, he has a sudden image of warm, gooey brownie slathered in strawberry sauce. His stomach lurches at the thought, but when he attempts to avert his eyes, they land on the remains of a human being, rendered into what they could only describe as paste. The man blinks. His mind goes strangely blank before attempting to determine exactly how many humans have to be sacrificed to create the scattered piles of flesh around him. After a moment, his thoughts simply cease altogether, as if his mind realizes that trying to put such a thing into form is folly. You can go the rest of the way on your own," says the man, in a voice much weaker than he wishes it to be. "I mean, what does it matter? You're not even human, you're a monster." With this, the man spins around and dashes back down the hall. A helpless Emil simply listens as the footsteps of his erstwhile captor fade into the distance. Emil finds himself alone in a room with stench of death and blood. For a moment he considers opening his eyes, but the thought of the horrors that await him quickly squashed this plan. Welcome back. We're back to reading, hurrah! But this time about Emil, so, it's a little different. We actually had some gameplay in between though, so I mean, that's pretty pog. Eventually, a far-off sound reaches his ears. That's the howl I heard before. Emil resumes his walking, using the sound of a distant voice to guide him, almost as if it was calling him home. By the time Emil reaches the third level, he is moving on memory as much as sound. Oh, moving on memory, okay. I thought it was like saying he's moving his memory. I'm like, what does that mean? We're playing through the game again, but like we're learning about the shades that are like the bosses, I guess. And we're kind of learning that they have their own like personalities and like reasons for doing stuff. It's kind of interesting. We're kind of just getting like a look at like kind of what's going on, with the occasional bit of reading here and there. His sister. We studied together. We ate cookies together. We cried together. We laughed together. And sometimes I was the only one who got yelled at. That's why I was never lonely. Our being together allowed me to stay strong. For Emil, his sister was all he had to live for. So holding that feeling close to his chest, he presses on, one slow step after another. We haven't finished Kaine's ending. I think we're like, I don't even know how far we are in that. Kind of hard to say, really. Finally, Emil finds himself drawing close to a certain experimental chamber in the deepest part of the laboratory. The Howl is very close now, and as he touches the switch that controls the door, he thinks about his mission. Number 6 is the ultimate weapon. She is his sister, and he must turn her to stone. The door slowly opens, revealing the massive interior of the experimentation chamber. After a few steps, Emil removes his blindfold and slowly opens his eyes. His sister lurks before him. She looks nothing like the girl he once knew. Instead, he sees a savage beast crawling on all fours through the shredded remains of researchers. As the thing that had been his sister stops and tilts his head towards Emil's direction, he focuses his gaze on it. A series of soft crunching sounds emerge from the creature as his magic does its terrible work. First, the fingers, then the hands, arms, legs, head. What little color the beast once possessed fades to a dull ashen gray, and yet somehow it summons what strength remains and pulls itself towards Emil, one slow, lumbering effort at a time. Wailing, the massive monstrosity closes in. Is she worried about me? Or is she coming to kill me? Emil feels prepared to accept either outcome. After all, this was his older sister, the person he loved more than anything in the world. Halua, The moment Emil speaks, number 6 comes to a sudden halt. Silence descends on the chamber as the siblings stare at each other. I'm sorry, Halua, but everyone says you're too powerful. They say it's dangerous unless I seal you away. I'm so sorry. As Emil watches her body begin to turn to stone once more, number 6 waits in utter, perfect silence. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're just getting juicy bits of lore here. The moment number 6's petrification is complete, her memories flood into Emil's mind, the two of them huddling together in the cold, all alone in the world, with no one to protect them. All she wanted was to save her little brother, and yet it was that little brother who, in a sense, saved her. The moment the petrification was complete, Emil sinks to his knees, a frozen sister and a little brother racked with sin. Alone in this cold cage, the two of them wept in a single silent voice. It was our combined power that destroyed the Aerie, whole existences, entire lives, even their memories. We took it all. We took everything. My gentle, sweet sister turned into a monster, and the same thing will happen to me now that I have her power. If my instincts as a weapon win, and destroy me in the process, if that power ends up hurting someone I love,
What have I done? I killed innocent people. I killed them all.
But you saved us. If it wasn't for you, we'd all be dead. We owe you.
But
It's all right. Really. Don't look back.
Alright, another fragment, alright. Yeah, we're kind of I didn't realize that we got a fragment from there, huh?
We had better.
Okay. Yeah, so we're just recollecting the fragments at this point. Taking us a lot less long this time, since, you know, we kind of can just zoom past most things. And all the normal enemies don't even pose a threat anymore, so it's super fast. The only thing that actually poses threats are the bosses, and they're pretty laughable in comparison to when we first fought all of them.
Let's.
Let's just zoom by. Okay, so we'll go here, we'll do the machine thingy, and then we should have to fight Leviathan Hydra Girl again, and then, whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, oh yeah, they did say something about changing outfits, didn't they? I could look into that. Yeah, they said something about an outfit change, I don't remember what. Maybe... I wonder where you do change them. I don't even know what that was. We can call animals apparently. Maybe we can change it inside the house. And take a look. Oh, maybe it's that book in the corner to the right. Doesn't look like I can interact with it. Huh. Not that. That's the diary. That brings us to the weird mission thingy.
He's done
off to the junk heap. Yeah, I could look up NieR Replicant how to change costume. NieR Replicant. How to change outfit. Progressing through the story from here, go to the screen, then options. Players will then need to scroll down the wardrobe, and the player will be able to change their costume. Boy, adult, Kaine, a meal. Is it only in the main menu that we can do that? Title screen. Okay, you gotta go to the title screen to do that. Okay, I guess we could do that when we get to the junk heap save. We could save, back out to the main menu, and then boom. Easy. Okay, so we got 4. So maybe we could put on a Kaine skin, maybe. I wonder if that's just a skin, or if we can actually, like, you know... Like, will we just look like Kaine? If so, would there be 2 Kaines in cutscenes? Or is, like, the cutscene not affected? I guess we'll have to find out. Might as well. Apparently we'll get an Emil one at some point, which is pretty neat. Title screen. Nope. No. Options. Wardrobe. Oh, I see. Huh? Hold on. Scroll down the wardrobe, and the player will now be able to change costume. It doesn't show up your costumes in action until you boot up your file. Again, the game doesn't allow you to change your costume from within the file. If you wish to change again, you'll have to head back to the thing. The Yorha outfits are a nice touch, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they're only DLC? Gotta buy them? Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, doesn't look like we can do that, unfortunately. That sucks. I guess you only get the option to use those, then? I wonder what costumes they got. I probably won't buy them, though. Just because, like, I would probably use the money towards getting, like, a new game, as opposed to... as opposed to costumes for what I'm currently playing.
Hey, great. There's work.
Come back to kill the robot. Let's go. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate, all things considered, but, you know, it's fine. All good. I never really thought about it, but why are there all, like, the same, like, looking pipes here? Like, the same, like, L-shaped pipe, just, like, a billion of them here. Like, what's the point? Why are they like that? I'm not too sure. Is it, like, a wall? Like, are you trying to make a wall out of them? Or are they just convenient to have like that? Do they have something going through them, like smoke or something? If so, why are they pointed down and not straight up? Lots of questions I have here. I think it's this way. B2. Some water. Some delicious H2O, let me tell you. Hey, come on, let me tell you about something about water. Water be pretty good, not gonna lie.
The elder brother postponed his joy for the sake of his sibling. Do you think he was ever truly happy?
Just making his little brother happy would have been enough. That's what being an older brother is like.
Still more. Alright. We don't need to open up that door. We need to go here. Nope. There we go. Let's go through once again. Oh wow, level up. I wasn't. I'm pretty surprised to see one of those. I felt like it would take forever to get a level up because like these enemies are so weak. I doubted that they gave us much experience. Did I use the spear on this? I don't think I use any weapons on this. I mean, there's no point really since the laser pretty much kills everything. Way more efficient too. Yeah, more often than not, I don't use any melee here. I'm like, I guess you could, but like, I wouldn't really see the point in using a weapon on there. The laser, I feel like, would just be more efficient. Oh, or maybe you mean the spinny sights. Yeah, maybe the spinny sights would have worked well. I didn't really even think about it. Ow, how dare you interrupt my move? It's gonna die in like 3 hits. Boom. Cool. Oh, there's more. Should have known it wasn't gonna be that easy. think we go up here, and then left. Then another left through this door, I think. Come on, what you got? What you got? Come on, mate. Nice, yeah. Alright, this boss is gonna be easy money. This could be one of the easiest bosses of my entire life. Actually, all the bosses for this ending have been pretty easy thus far. Like, every enemy. Like, but the bosses, like, often you'll get them to... Like, they're broken up into phases. And, like, you'll get...
No, don't care.
Their phase won't, like, trigger quick enough. So you're kind of just awkwardly waiting for them to go into their next phase while you can't do, like, any more damage to them. It's really weird. I guess that makes sense, because you'd be skipping through probably important dialogue or something, but I don't know. I wonder if there's an item to the left anymore. We already got it last time we were here, but nope, nothing new. Yoink! Ooh! Hey there, buddy. Alright. Sorry, buddies, I'm gonna have to cut your little friendship here short. So now we know that these two, the robot and the shade, are buddies. But doesn't matter, we're killing them all the same.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning. Exterminating.
Alright. I'll take you on, buddy. Don't you worry about it.
Lord, it's enormous.
Intruder detected. Scanning.
Ooh, oh, you got more health. You have more health than I thought you would.
Look at the shade.
That thing is commanding the robot somehow.
Maybe the spear might fit.
Knock it down. Take out the shade.
Exterminating.
Exterminating. Ing.
Must defend my mission.
Come on. Alright, now it grows wings. Let's see it. We'll see if they add any more dialogue to the shade.
Exterminating.
This thing can transform?
Yikes. Doesn't really matter if we start killing it this fast. Alright.
Look out.
Escape. Go. See the world.
Oh wait, did it say that before? Go see the world?
Must protect. Must fight.
I'm so interested. My best friend in the whole world, stop hurting him. Oh, I actually got hit by the debris. Rough. Come on, buddy. Oh. Looks like you got more friends to spawn, eh? Sorry, buddy, but your time ends now.
Must defend my mission.
Alright, and let's see if we get any more story with this shade. Beepy, I'm sorry. I'm not strong enough. I wanted to be with you. Forever.
Khalil, together. Bibi, alone. Bibi, cry.
You.
Always just so sad, huh?
You stupid machine! You killed my family! You took everything from me! Why did...
Beautiful. What a perfect example of humanity.
Alright.
Hey, come on.
Just wait, just leave.
Look, we get it, okay?
Poor Beepy. Rest in peace, Beepy.
Hatred and madness will never heal a wounded heart.
Maybe it's just all he's capable of right now.
Revenge is a fool's errand.
Yeah, I know.
Got another fragment.
Maybe Popol found some...
Very well.
Alright. So we should only have the one left, which is Kraken Cerberus girl. Kraken Cerberus Hydra mix. So I guess we'll find out.
You know, I've been thinking, why was a shade hanging out with a machine?
It appeared the creature was actually issuing orders to that mechanical minion.
Do you think the shade had a reason for what it did?
Actually.
Look, it doesn't matter what a shade is or isn't thinking. All that matters is that we kill every last one of them.
Right. Sure. The idea of a shade trying to protect a robot is goddamn absurd. Still, you guys should be careful.
What do you mean?
If the shade inside me ever takes over, I'm probably going to attack you.
That's not gonna happen. You are no shade.
The lad is correct. You are many things, hussy, but a shade is not one of them. Shades, for example, do not come equipped with such foul and scurrilous mouths.
How about I cram your face up your own asshole, book?
Don't worry, Kaine. If your shade ever takes over, I'll stop you.
You will you? Thanks, Emil.
Yeah, it is kind of weird that our character so expressly, you know, declares his vendetta against Shades while Kaine's just kind of sitting there awkwardly like, yeah. Like, I know, like, we don't view her as the same, but it is true that she has, like, some shade as an aspect of her. So, I feel like it's kind of awkward to be like, those shades, I'll kill every one of them. Yeah. Yeah. You do that. What is interesting, it's given a lot more kind of context to this whole thing. Because, you know, it's like, oh, why was a machine with a robot? And now we kind of have some understanding of that. They met each other, and, you know, they just kind of had this connection of sorts. They developed like a bond. You know, which is something that we've never, like, been able to see. So I'm very curious about this next one, because it's with the girl and the postman. So that'll be really interesting to see, like, because there seemed to be some connection there, like, that was hinted at that we had no idea about. And I was expecting to learn more about that, but they kind of just didn't touch on it again. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. But all of a sudden, it's like, oh,
I'm sure that couple is merely
whatchamacallit, you know, they now we get to.
Not to get dragged into it this time.
Try our best. It's weird seeing Red Bagman again. It's been so long. Oh, Red Bagman. Alright, Mr. Boar, we got another quiz. Oh, nice. Alright. So do we have to go looking for the Red Bagman again, or are we just allowed to skim through it?
Yeesh. I don't think I've ever seen fog this thick before.
Okay, here we go. Maybe this is how they met.
What's that?
Interesting.
Oh God.
What's wrong?
I was.
That's all right.
And here we go again. Shall we begin by asking around at the tavern like before?
Seems like that's not a half bad idea. Yeah, so we're gonna have to go through this whole thing again. We're probably also gonna have to go through like the quote-unquote like horror bits, where, you know, you're going through the wreck of the ship, and then it's, I mean, not gonna lie, it's kind of messed up that there was all those bodies below. But actually, I'm kind of curious because that doesn't really make sense, huh? I mean,
Yeah.
wouldn't they like eat them or whatever? Isn't that the whole deal? Or is that like just not a thing? Do they just kill people for the fun of it? Okay, back to this guy.
Hard to believe a ship of this size managed to run aground. What was that? Hey, is someone there? Okay, I definitely heard someone cough just now. Maybe it's one of those kids from town? But where are they? There you are. What are you doing here, kid? And who are you, anyway? Were you a passenger on this ship, maybe? Hey, it's okay. You don't need to be scared.
Interesting.
To think that couple's petty squabbles have become something of an attraction for the locals.
Doesn't surprise me in the least. Seeing people like that puts a little spring in your step, you know?
You humans truly are a maddening bunch. Such buffoonery does little more than wear this old tome out.
Gotta talk to the guard, and then we gotta talk to the person at seafront, and then we gotta check the bubble, and then we gotta pay a Kraken. And it turns into a Cerberus, and then it turns into a Hydra.
How you feeling? Well, your cough seems better at least. Check it out. I brought you some bread today. Oh, easy there. must have been starving. Well, look, no one's gonna take this from you, so just take it easy so you don't choke on it, okay? So, what were you doing on this boat, kid? Actually, scratch that. First things first. I can't just keep calling you kid. You got a name? Well, this is going nowhere fast. Let's see. Louise. Yeah, what about Louise? I mean, it just sort of popped into my head, but what do you think? Guess you're okay with it. Well, it's nice to meet you, Louise.
Interesting. Ah, there. No, the couple's definitely not selling any tickets to their arguments anymore, that's for sure. Those days are gone now.
Searched the Southern Plains back when the wife ran off too.
That's a shame.
I believe we did, yes.
Lots changed since then. So it's kind of nice when we find something that hasn't. The fact that couple is still arguing almost fills me with, I don't know, hope, I guess.
If you ask me, that particular couple could benefit from a little change.
Well, that couple's gonna experience a lot of change very soon, at least one member of them. One is gonna experience the change from being from living to not living, and then the other one's gonna, experience being part of a couple to single again. So that's not very good for them. Quite unfortunate all around.
I cannot believe how many trips we have made simply to track down a single man.
It's alright to do this kind of thing every now and then.
I only pray this is not the calm before some manner of storm. You say there, lad, have you ever penned a missive?
They really did everything they could to foreshadow this going as horribly as possible. They really did. I'm probably gonna wrap it up in just a minute, though, because I have a feeling once we fight this boss, we're gonna get like a whole bunch of dialogue and stuff. Which, again, no problem with that. It's just I'm feeling a little tired, and I don't know if I'm gonna have the vocal strength to keep going with that for too much longer. So I'm gonna have to pace myself a bit more with NieR, if it keeps doing that, because my voice gets strained pretty quickly if I'm just reading long bits of dialogue. So. Next save, I'll probably end it.
Found it on the ship, did you? You kids are so darn curious about everything. Anywho, it's good to see you. Afraid I don't have any bread today, but I did bring you something. Here, it's a ribbon. Let me tie it in your hair for you. Well, what do you think? Pretty nice, huh? Huh. What's that on the floor? Oh, it's a mirror. Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's go ahead and check out your new look. If you go over there where it's brighter, you'll be able to see yourself more clearly. What's wrong? Don't you want to see? Oh, I see. You don't like sunlight. Guess your eyes are pretty sensitive after spending all this time in the dark, huh? Well, it's not like we can have you stay here forever. We should work on getting you out of here so you and me can go look at the sea together. How's that sound?
Dang. Guy was really trying to be nice. Ooh, that's some rough stuff, man, honestly. I'm very curious about the girl, what she was doing before, like, all that happened. Alright, so where is... Okay, so our mission's there. So we can talk to a couple more people, but once it leads us back to that boat, I'll probably end the stream and stuff. But until then, I'll just do things.
Hey, I just... Anyway, no, still, actually, not on...
Another cutscene? Yep. And now there's like
Louise,
so much color.
brought your food for today.
Oh, it's probably because all that stuff was like flashbacks before, but now this is like a present, like little bit of dialogue here. The guy probably leaves.
Aren't you hungry?
He probably leaves right as we like go there.
Huh. You haven't been eating much lately. Are you okay? Well then, let's try this.
What is he doing?
Yeah, sorry about that. It's called a song. Humming a jaunty tune is the best thing.
That's humming? Dude, my man has the most interesting hum I've ever heard.
Songs are like a little bit of wisdom that makes the tough times easier. I love them personally. I mean, not that I'm any good at singing. Whoa, your voice is a bit rough there, but you're actually pretty good.
Huh.
You know, I knew someone who lived in the town lighthouse before she died.
Yo, Lighthouse Lady died. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Freaking stupid boomer. Let's go. That's hype.
She used to hum this same song a lot. I heard it every time I stopped by to deliver something, and I guess it just kind of stuck.
That's kind of mean that I was celebrating her die, but like she was just so mean, just a crotchety old crooked lady. Can't blame me for being, you know, somewhat jovial.
Of course, that was quite a while ago.
So rude.
Hey, are you trying to cheer me up? You are a kind soul, Louise.
That's a super interesting humming sound that they chose for that.
I'm sensing some really weird magic going on here, Sunshine. You feeling it too?
Yeah. Is it a shade?
Are you actually trying to think something through rather than just jumping in and killing?
What's wrong, Kaine?
Nothing. It's just... I'm sensing a presence from seafront. Something like a shade.
A shade in the town? That's not good.
Yeah, I'm surprised honestly that like, you know, the shade readings were going like way off the top. Alright.
I suppose we might as well.
Alright, so that's that. Alright, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna double save, triple save. Okay, we're in seafront, yeah. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed you know, joining me today. Thank you so much for coming along. Next time we're gonna be, you know, continuing this. Tomorrow though, I think I have Valorant queued up, I'm pretty sure. That's my stream tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be putting up stuff for that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for everything, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Have a good day, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys later, alright? Bye-bye!